Welcome to Husman Bros. It is 2024 and we want to show you what 2023 was like. Before we do that, please subscribe for more great content like this, and let's see what 2023 was all about and hope for a great 2024. That was an incredible amount of fun. I don't know that I would ever choose to be the pilot, but I would certainly be the co-pilot anytime. We are about to go on a drive with some of our Porsche friends through the beautiful hills of Arkansas.
Let's go.
Let's saddle up. Let's go see what else we can find. This is a 2019 Koenigsegg Regera. This is a hybrid touring car. Now this is not just some regular touring car. This thing is crazy. It's 1,500 horsepower combined, and just an amazing vehicle. About a $3 million car out here on the ground today. Wanted to make sure I pointed this out. Let's go check out the rest of the car maybe. We are in a subterranean lair underneath an office building here in Dallas to tour an incredible collection.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the coolest garages I've seen. I can say that right from the very beginning. So we are here at Southwest Funding, and we are with Don Yount. Don, thank you very much for letting us inside your garage today. Show us around.
Thanks for coming, guys. This started as a 67S. It was taken back to the factory. So I call it, which I believe that most Porsche historians would call it, 67S/R.
Okay.
A couple unique features that they had done for racing in the desert.
Yeah, I see this down here. It's on one side, but not the other.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
You know what? Just trying to get more airflow through.
Yeah. All right, Justin. I got a 1 of 20 over here. What do you got?
Well, I guess you got the crown jewel, but I'll talk about this, which is an interesting piece in the collection. So this is a 1974 Alpine Renault race car. This is an 1800cc race car. Beautiful car, classic lines. Unfortunately, by the time this 74 car got to the track, it was eclipsed by the Lancia Strada and some of the other new cars coming out. It had become a dinosaur, although dinosaurs are really neat to look at, as is this car.
Every garage that we're in has its own personality, not only through the cars that are in it, but also the decorations too. And this garage is by far no exception. Some of the best decoration that I've seen, some really cool stuff. Of course, you got the pinball to entertain yourself. Kind of got this just half hangout, half workshop area over here, you know, spare motors sitting around, things like that. You know, and you got all the tools over here, a couple of stations over here to do some work on. But I really want to point out this piece right here hanging on the wall. It may look like this is half a car hanging on the wall. It's because it is half a car and it's hanging on the wall. Don didn't, I mean, he did buy this, but he made the art. He didn't just buy the art. This was actually Don's car that he wrecked while he was racing, and you can see the results of it. He drove this one off of a cliff, but I haven't seen anybody who's got that kind of art hanging on the wall. This would be cool if it wasn't wrecked, but it's even cooler actually because it is.
You know, whenever you're working on your car in the garage, it's generally beer 30 anytime, and so this is where you might have your beer. So we've got a little place here, and I know that Don hosts parties here as well, so it's also set up for entertaining.
All right, we're back up here where the front of the 906 and the front of the Alpine meet, and I want to show you a little bit more about this area. I want to start, of course, with the 906. We got a 1966 Porsche 906 here. You can see from the sign with some of the details, it says the racing career was 66 to 71, but that certainly does not tell the whole story. It definitely did some hill climbs, did Le Mans back in the late 60s and early 70s, but it has continued to race. For the better part of the 2010s, it spent time in Europe doing the Le Mans, the 24-hour Le Mans Classic and many other races as well. Any good garage is really overwhelming to the eyes. There's just so much to see, and this one has it all, starting with the Indy car hanging from the ceiling that is hanging a little low for my head's taste, but fantastic vintage automobile signage here. Got the old Sunoco, the Datsun, the Lotus, of course the Sinclair. You can't have vintage signs if you don't have the Sinclair dinosaur. But I think this is really cool with all of this space to hang all of these vintage signs. All right, so here we have a 1972 Ferrari Dino 246 GT. This is an amazing car, one of the quintessential Ferraris. When you think about a vintage Ferrari, for me, this is what I think about. And we do have another open wheel race car right here next to me. And I think this is really interesting to see the difference between 90-ish years worth of technology. This is from about the 2010s. And so you can see we have two open wheel racing cars. And if there's one common thread amongst the two, it's that you've come all this way in 90 years, but you still really have a car that's all about the motor and a driver. And that's what this is: one seat, motor, wheel, and just as much aerodynamics as you can get. And you can see that technology has improved greatly.
So we have had this truck for about, what, 10 years now?
It is actually, yeah, 10-year anniversary.
Oh, very nice. Well, we gave it a big gift this year.
Yes, absolutely.
We put new tires on it.
And a little bit more than that.
A little bit more than that. This is my favorite part of it. Aaron, go ahead and fire this thing up. Sounds good. That's a nice sounding exhaust. It's a reasonable exhaust. Aaron, hit the bad neighbor button. So we put electric cutouts in our V8 powered milk truck. Give it a rack. Now we're gonna take you for a ride. Let's go. Let's do coffee style car now. Here we go.
Second gear, 40.
And that was 4,500 RPM.
Third gear, 60.
And it shifts at 4,500 RPM. So, you know what I find out about this truck? What?
What's that? What do you find out about this truck?
It's loud. You can't see out of it. For all intents and purposes, we have a Lamborghini here. All right, it sounds awesome inside. It sounds even better outside. What a ridiculous hoodlum-mobile. Oh, I'm so happy. What an amazing, amazing sound. Today, we are going to do the inaugural street test drive of our Turbo S that we've been building on the channel. I know, it's been forever.
It's been a lot of work, a lot of sweat, a lot of cuss words, but we got this thing put together, and I'm really proud about how it came out.
Now let's talk about what we have under the hood here. So we've got the Porsche 4.6 liter twin turbo V8.
Let's see how it performs.
Let's do it.
Whoa.
When it comes to exhaust, everybody loves a cold start, and this is the cold start of a 2006 Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. Give us a rev. Let's go for a drive.
Well, I'm going to see how this thing sounds and how it responds to a little bit of, let's call it aggressive driving. Woo, that'll get up and go really quick. I just love the sound of this thing. It just gurgles, that big V8, responds really quickly on the gas pedal. Sounds great as it's accelerating, but it sounds great really just sitting here in idle. Sounds great when you get on the gas pedal, even just a little bit, you really get that nasty growl from it. And certainly once you punch it, then it really goes. You can feel it hitting those next levels. You feel that turbo boost from it. That's a lot of fun. And the sound of it too when the turbo's blowing off, that's pretty cool. I've never had a car that I've driven a lot that had turbos on it, and so having a twin turbo here, it's a lot of fun to have this thing get up and go. Yippee-ki-yay, big brother.
You bet. How did you like it?
Oh man, this thing is a beast. This thing is awesome.
It's a ton of fun. I think that we should see how it actually does off-road. Today, we are going to review a 2023 Cadillac Lyriq.
I love what Cadillac has done here. They made this grille look on the front of the car, and it really just carries over that theme that you would have from a motorized vehicle. But this is all lights.
You know, Cadillac in the 50s was really known for its flamboyant fins, the big fins on the cars, the chrome and all that sort of thing. And I would say that lights are the fins of this new century and this new era of electric cars. And I really think that they did a great job with that. It's fantastic.
Jumping inside the car now, the thing that immediately strikes me is the luxury. This thing is just oozing luxury. This is a $62,000 car, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a $100,000 car, and really, I would expect nothing less from Cadillac. But the thing that immediately draws my attention is the diamond cut engraving on all of these metal features around the cup holder, this dial, this knob, this little knob right here, even the switches on the dashboard. Really, really cool look. I don't think I've seen that in another vehicle ever.
The part that's the best about this passenger experience in this car is this roof. Now, this whole roof is glass and it's got this shade, and I love open air motoring. I really wouldn't particularly want an SUV, but I think I could compromise for this amazing huge roof. Now, this does open all the way, or you can open it different lengths depending on what you'd like to get exposed to, but just amazing, really a neat motoring experience. I feel like I'm in an old-fashioned train.
One thing I love about this, in a Tesla, you've got this giant infotainment center. It looks like a big iPad in the middle of it. Here, you've got a nice display, but it does not have this big distracting screen right in the middle of the car.
Yeah, actually that's one of the things I like about this is it doesn't feel like I'm having to drive an appliance. It just feels like I got a car. And so that was a big deal to me. I just, it feeling like a regular car was important to me.
Really smooth ride. Steering wheel, very smooth too. It's got the leather all around the back of the steering wheel, so it just really slides nicely through your hands.
So that's the Lyriq. What do you think?
I like it. I might have to get my name on the list and get one of these.
I think that's going to be a long list. Now, we didn't talk about it a whole lot in this video, but this is the launch edition, and it is the two-wheel drive, 340 horsepower version. There is an all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive version. It's going to be 540 horsepower, and I think that option is maybe $3,000 more. So if there's a list, that's the one I would get on. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more great stuff like this. It'll be an even better highlight reel next year.